Hello guys, I wanted to make an introduction to my channel here. I'm a spiritual healer. There was an awakening through Muji, the spiritual guru, and then I started doing tantra massages for women about a week after the awakening through Muji. It was kind of like a heart message that went from the top of my head into my heart and said I should start doing massages for women. So I started that, and then in the next 3 to 4 years on top of that I did like 1,000 sessions, and I quickly learned that I have abilities to feel and release blockages in the body and to create incredible healing and ecstatic sessions. And then at some point I became a van lifer and I became a red pill YouTuber and influencer, where I talk about very deep topics: recognizing narcissism, avoiding codependency, relationships. I can read soul plans. I read soul plans, and I can decrypt for you a lot of things in your life that you're maybe unsure about. It's for me, it sometimes feels like I have the unified field theory of spirituality that allows me to really help people on a deep, profound level. I tell people how to have self-love, how to grow as souls on this earth and not waste time, how to deal with common problems also, but also with deep soul spiritual problems, and accommodate to everyone's unique soul plan, because everyone has a very unique soul plan and you need to be able to read it in order to accommodate to them correctly. And sometimes people are very conditioned in their mind, and they're not following their soul plan. So I do a soul plan reading also, where I can differentiate for them between those two, reflect it back to them, and they can be like, aha, okay, so I was doing my whole life, or partial part of my life, the wrong things, kind of like going through, like the trying to go through the wall instead of through the door. So I do speak about that as well. And if you subscribe to my videos, you're gonna see a lot of really good content about healing. I know a lot about energy healing, also self-healing, so techniques and tricks to heal yourself. And one of them is, for example, a specific type of tapping, not EFT, not emotional freedom technique, nadi breathing, chakra breathing. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff. So I would say I've become a master at what I do on a certain level. I call myself hardcore red pill influencer, which means going beyond just, the dynamic of women and men or society, but really deep into spirituality. And yeah, and I've become a van lifer for now. I've been doing it now 3 years, where I go between France, Spain, and Portugal. And I have the ability, I did some neologism, which is I coined a couple of terms which describe phenomena which are commonly known but not recognized. For example, typical behaviors of narcissism, or narcissists, or toxic people. I was able to identify and call it toxic metaframing, which I explain in my videos as well. Once you recognize toxic metaframing, you can recognize narcissists and other toxic people within a few minutes of getting to know them. And the best way then is to completely avoid them physically, because narcissists are experts. It's like as if you were a beginner golf player, but you're playing against a pro or some kind of other sport. You have absolutely no chance. And so you don't deal with narcissists, you don't confront them, you go out of their way, especially as an empath, or people who are highly sensitive, or people who easily give away their heart. Narcissists are pure toxicity. I talk about codependency. I talk about symmetric and asymmetric chakral relationships. I talk about what makes couples stay together and go apart. I talk about how to heal relationships also. When I talk about libido empowerment, libido suppression, which are libido suppression is the basis of toxic metaframing in partnerships, and then you project your hate towards your partner because you're unhappy. You blame them for your unhappiness, and the opposite of it is actually giving compliments. So you can easily fix relationships by switching from toxic metaframing to compliments, but both must be on a certain consciousness level. Unless the the soul plan is completely apart, then they will go in different directions. And narcissists, by the way, are super good in not knowing that they're narcissists. So they will blame everyone else except themselves. And we'll talk about that more definitely. And yeah, I'm a Tantra expert, so I give also incredible massages and sessions to women. I just had a session with someone from Holland, from Netherlands, who said she never felt so much energy in her whole body. Everything was vibrating, and the next days everything was super sensitive and super, like, she said it was like as if she was microdosing on some mushrooms. So those are like the typical responses I get from massages. A little bit different every time. Some people start to see chakras, other people start to be telepathic. So I have very powerful sessions, and I love doing them. So, but I decided to do it only with people where it feels very organic, where it doesn't feel like it feels more like two souls coming together rather than a client practitioner relationship. Kind of, it feels more like almost like soul friends coming together and doing that. Feels more congruent to my own energy style as a Cancer. And yeah, so I wanted to introduce myself a little bit. I just started surfing, which is a very cool sport. It's a lot of fun. And so now I'm in the southwest of Spain, and I'm probably continue traveling between Portugal, Spain, and France. And time flies; it goes by so quickly. It's insane. And then, which is a good idea to talk about gratefulness. The basic gratefulness you can have in life is the fact that you woke up in the morning, and that is super important to be grateful for that, because gratefulness does a couple of things. Gratefulness helps you drop frustration, because when you're not grateful you easily become frustrated, which blocks the liver. Or for example, living in your highest harmony, which becomes actually self-love. A lot of people don't know how to love themselves. One of the tricks to love yourself is practicing highest harmony. Do things which give you the highest harmony, and that in effect to the body, to the energy body. For example, taking a massage or something like that, allowing yourself to receive a massage, anything that makes you feel good, and that then increases your feeling of self-love, which puts you in the highest resonance field of law of resonance, which basically means that you attracts like on a very powerful level. So I'm gonna talk about a lot of these things, so keep following, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you want to have a real strong spiritual push in your life, follow Muji, which is my most favorite spiritual teacher, who is active in Alentejo in Portugal, but he has a YouTube channel.